Yo, this is the podcast that never was, and I'm your host, Metris. Alongside me, we got my guys, Dre.
What it do?
Tay.
Long live Guinea, we in here.
And also Josh.
What's up, folks?
Today we're gonna give you some rundown on some sports, music, and especially them views of the culture. So go ahead, sit tight, and let's get it.
Yep, this is the podcast that never was, here with a special episode for the Super Bowl recap. So did it go as y'all planned it? Like in your head, did y'all think y'all seen the game that y'all would have, thought from 49ers and the Chiefs?
I think it went different than I expected. I thought it kind of for it to be more one-sided, honestly, on the Chiefs' part, but San Francisco came to play for sure. They defense showed up and really showed like why they was the top defense all year, and really kept Kansas City in front of them for the most part. I'm saying they got a couple shots, but for the most part they kept them in front of them. It went different than I thought. That's me.
Well, me personally, I figured it might go this way because the way that San Francisco had ran the ball throughout the two playoff games that I had seen them play in. But I really think that if they would have continued running the ball, because they was getting 10 yards a carry pretty much, and the schemes that they was using for run scheme, it was actually working against their defense. And I remember seeing Tyrann Mathieu, he was talking about it, he's like, bro, if they would have just kept running the ball, would have beat them. But once you stop running the ball, and the pass was effective too, but once they got that pressure on Jimmy G, it was like, all right, what you gonna do now? We're gonna fold because he ain't mobile, so what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And he missed a few throws that he probably won't back now, that he went back and probably looked at this, damn, just like the deep one that could have really won the game for him if he made it. But out, man, you know what? With the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, man, you really can never count them out. Like, they always got an answer for everything that you pretty much give them. They could be down by 21, 24. I mean, what were they down by 24 against the Texans and came back? Like, what amount of points can you get up by in order for these guys not to, like, break the bank on you and come back? You know what I'm saying?
Well, you can feel comfortable. That's what I call them the Golden State of football. You got to be about 50 to feel comfortable.
Seriously.
21 points in the fourth quarter says a lot. 21 to nothing, especially.
And he did that 3 times in the postseason from what they were saying. They said it's the biggest, postseason comeback, like playoff run, I guess, because he did it this week, last week, and the week before.
Yeah, every game, that's every game. But they played 3.
Yeah, that was all 3. I seen that stat too.
So whose fault would you think it was? Was it coaching?
I don't want to put it on Kyle Shanahan again, but partially I got to because, man, I'm telling you that when they was running the ball, they was really running the football. Like that little motion play they was doing with bringing Deebo Samuel in there. Deebo probably had over 10 yards of carry every time he touched.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it was the scheme was written. It was written up fairly well. I ain't gonna get this from the Kyle Shanahan. I ain't gonna say
Deebo averaged 17.7 yards every time he touched the ball. Yes. I mean, I'm just saying that's
5 carries.
Yeah, he only had 3 carries.
3 carries.
Seemed like more than that.
Yeah.
His 17.7 yards. That's not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
longest one was 30, but still.
It might have been the first one.
Yeah, it was the first one at 32 yards.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna take that thing to the house. And, it was. I can't say Cal on this one. I'm saying Mahomes looked normal for the first 3 quarters, and then first 3.5 quarters, then he just he showed that it factor and just brought that thing back.
He had a pretty bad game, I think.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. He definitely
26
did.
from 42. That's and 2 interceptions. He got sacked 4 times.
And without the last 6 minutes of the game, he don't have no stats besides 2 interceptions. But, I mean, obviously you can't just ignore that.
Yeah.
Man, but that man really is very. In that fourth quarter, I don't know how many tackles he broke. He broke a lot of tackles. Like when people was back there trying to sack him. Yeah. He's actually faster than what I thought he was too. When he rolled out, oh, you best believe he'll threat to run that thing too.
When he hit that corner to get that first down, he got some feet.
He do, man. And he'll actually take a hit too. Like, he ain't one of them just gonna always step out of bounds. He'll take that big flow, just like that time he took it, and the ball flew out of bounds.
Oh, yeah, because he got smacked by, I forget the dude. It was a corner or safety one. He got lit.
I mean, it looked pretty decent on paper. Time of possession, 33 minutes for the Chiefs, 26 minutes for the 49ers, 40 yards, 415 for the Chiefs, 360 for the 49ers. Passing yards, 286 for Chiefs, 219 for the 49ers. Rushing yards, 49ers had 141. Chiefs had 129. Chiefs had 26 first downs to the 49ers, 21. 5 penalties for the 49ers, 4 for the Chiefs. Both had 2 turnovers each. 49ers had 4 sacks. Chiefs only had 1. But the big thing was the total plays. The 49ers had 20 less total plays than the Chiefs did, which, I mean, has a whole lot to do with Pat Mahomes and those short passes. He wasn't complete, but it's I mean, statistically it's pretty even, but I agree, you don't have any excuse to stop running the ball. They could have killed so much time. I don't know how to take the whole Jimmy G thing. I don't know if it showed his true colors as a quarterback or what, but they got where they were because of their strong defense and run game. It wasn't off his arm. So,
well, is this his first year back from ACL?
This was his third year with them. It wasn't last year his first year back.
Yeah, last year was first year back.
Yeah.
Was it?
The year we won the Super Bowl was 2017. He was out that year. He tore the ACL at the beginning of that year because they had what's the number 3? I remember his number, but I don't remember his name.
Betcher or something like that.
Beathard. Yeah, C.J. Beathard. They had him as starting quarterback last year. He played. Garoppolo played last year.
No, this is his first year. This is first year back. Because last year they had a dude from Ole Miss.
Yeah.
They was talking about it, bro.
He was up 2 seasons.
Brett Favre. The first year
he only played them last few games.
Yeah, he played that. Yeah.
He was like 5-0 or something like that.
Yeah, he led into the next season. He got hurt the first.
Overall record is he's like 28-3 or some shit.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy though? When they got a stable of back, they still missing one back too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jerick McKinnon played in about 2 years.
Yeah, he been hurt. Yeah. That was the big money back that they spent the money on to be they main back, but he ain't. Yeah.
Matt Breida was playing special team.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, they almost like the Patriots when it comes to running backs. It's like, shit. You really don't know who that game that go in, who gonna really get the load.
But I think that wins you games though. Like the year we won the Super Bowl, we had 6 running backs on the damn depth chart. Like get out of here, and all of them played.
Yeah, and all of them had different skill sets they brought too.
I mean,
I actually love Tevin Coleman too.
Yeah,
I like Tevin Coleman.
But I think
Atlanta dropped the ball by
he can't be a full time because he just get hurt too much.
Exactly.
He got to be a backup spotty, like this on a team like that where he ain't got to be the main back, where you can just use him to his strengths.
I really didn't think he was gonna play because I think he had dislocated shoulder.
Yeah. He had a big ass brace on.
He only had 5 carries, 28 yards. Longest run was 17.
Mostert.
Mostert had 12 carries, 58 yards. His longest was 17 as well. He had 1 touchdown. He was averaging 4.8 yards per carry.
Let's talk about Damien Williams. Damien Williams should have been. I think he should have been the MVP. Now, go back, look at
17 carries, 104 yards. He was averaging 6.1 yards a carry. I mean, that's pretty damn good right there.
Yeah, receiving touchdown too. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did. He got targeted 8 times at 4 receptions, 29 yards receiving. Longest was 13 with 1 touchdown.
He had a good game.
Yeah, he showed up That tell you right there because even him and because he caught Mostert in the in the tunnel to switch jerseys and they both was undrafted. So that's it. That just put more how the running backs already don't get drafted high. So I'm saying that just put more onus on we don't need to reach for one because Yeah, we got an undrafted one. Yeah, the one they drafted, he was what, 3rd-round pick? And he barely Damon.
Tom.
Another William or Tom. Yeah.
I think that name was Tom.
Yeah,
The 34 that was coming in there once in a while. Yeah. Hey, the Kansas City had 2 good the receivers. And Watkins and Tyreek Hill had great games too.
Yeah.
They both might have had about 100 yards.
I don't think they had 100 yards. I had it.
Yeah, they did, because Tyreek Hill for sure had 100 yards, and then Sammy Watkins had at least 98.
Yeah, Sammy had exactly 90. Tyreek had 105. They did have decent. They did have decent games.
I know.
Receptions. I guess Sammy probably had a better game overall. 5 receptions and 98 yards. Pretty damn good.
Yeah, he was getting big chunks too. Damn, he talking about he might chill for this season. Like he said, like before the Super Bowl, he might sit out a season and then come back as a free agent. Cause this is last year's. Yeah.
I think he need to ride this one out. No, he done ended the season with a good year.
Yeah.
Like, keep playing, bro. Cause Sammy still, to me,
and he's still young too. Young, I think 26.
And he fast as shit. So it's like
the Chiefs
say he might.
Salary cap trouble. I didn't realize it was that bad. That's why that whole Jones thing to the Cowboys was being a big thing.
Yeah, they might flip him then because they don't have to
they
pay
don't have the money to
Mahomes
pay him. So
40 a year.
Yeah.
They don't have the money to pay him. They have like $13 million in salary cap. That's it.
Right. I mean, we'll take the cast off.
Well,
come on. Give me one.
I hope y'all sign him. I really do.
I like Eric Fish and all them. I mean, whoever they linemen, they got some good line. Schwartz. You got to pay attention to their offensive line. Their offensive line is actually pretty solid too.
Yeah.
That play they ran to score their first touchdown was the play that Michigan used to win the Rose Bowl in 1948. The play where all 4 line, there's 4 people in the backfield and they all spin around and line back up in different positions.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Hey, you know what? I actually seen something I think one of the dudes from Chris Scott. They check our shit.
For real.
Yeah. Because I think they did something like that in one of their songs.
Yeah. They took Michigan shit because they weren't born in 1948.
Exactly.
Question, y'all think Sherman had a good game?
I know Tyreek Hill put a move on that nigga, though.
Yes, he did.
But that half spin crossover he did, boy.
Yeah, he hit him with a little. Froze his ass.
Yeah. He got his ass.
He dove his ass, boy. He was diving for air.
I think he played solid. I'm saying he got what's his name got him. I'm saying I think he had a solid game. I'm saying they kept him in front. They kept him in front of him for the most part. I'm sure that was a game plan not to give him a deep ball. So for the most part, they did that.
Yeah, they played too deep, Jake.
Yeah. So
they kept everything in front. They did a good job keeping it in front, considering how inconsistent Pat Mahomes was throwing the ball.
Yeah.
I think that was more because of the pressure that line was put on him. He got sacked 4 times.
And you know what? 49, man, they got some really fast linebackers. Their linebackers are fucking.
Yeah, and they got Quan Alexander. He probably one of the fastest ones in the league.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, boy, just flying to the ball. Wow, you can just make that fucking play.
Yeah, and they small too, so yeah. Which I think the biggest turn for both teams or each team.
The biggest turn?
Yeah, what
was their choice not to run the ball in the end of the 3rd quarter, going into the 4th quarter. They stopped. They put the ball in Jimmy's hands, and I'm not. That's why I asked that question. I don't know whether it might not be Jimmy's fault, but
I don't think it is because Mike Shanahan did this shit in Atlanta too. The second half, this nigga didn't score 0. He scored 0 points this Super Bowl and against the Patriots.
Yeah.
In the second half.
Oh, bro, he got conservative.
And that's the thing. That's the coaching decision. You can't do that. Like, nigga, what are you doing that for? I understand it, but at the same time, you saving points that you could get.
Remember at halftime, right before halftime, they had the ball, and they just let the clock run out with all 3 timeouts. And then they showed that highlight, the clip of John Lynch up in the stands, like, signaling to call timeout. Because I was thinking, like, you got the ball on, like, your 35, 36-yard line. You got enough time to get down the field, possibly kick a field goal, go up, by 3. But you didn't. Maybe that was a turning point. I don't know. That speaks to what you were saying about him being really conservative.
I think. Well, I guess that wasn't a turning point. I guess that was the biggest play of the game when when Jimmy G missed that throw to Emmanuel Sanders. That was the a horrible overthrow. He made that play. They won the game.
Oh yeah,
He was burnt.
He had him beat by 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah, he had him beat. They made that play. That's a game winner right there.
For the Chiefs though, I think it might have been. I don't know. I might be wrong, but the 44-yard pass. Was they scoring beforehand, or was that like the first drive they started scoring in the late fourth when he threw the bomb to Tyreek Hill?
That was fourth quarter?
I think so. I don't know though. That's what I'm not sure. But I know when that happened, that shit kind of turned. That shit kind of momentum.
I'm looking for it now.
I think he had a couple big plays with Sammy.
I'm pulling it up now. You said it was 44 yards?
Yeah.
At the end of the third quarter, it was...
Because it was whenever he just threw that shit up and just came down, Tyreek Hill just came down with the shit. Not that anybody was around, but it was just like a damn gracious call. Like, yo, somebody catch this shit.
It was 3rd and 15.
Okay.
3rd and 15, Patrick Mahomes completes a 44-yard pass down to San Francisco's 21-yard line.
Yep. Was that right after a penalty?
It was after
that's 7 minutes.
It was 7 minutes left in the game. It was after an incomplete pass. He had just threw a pass previous to that for 16 yards to Tyreek Hill, and then he threw an incompletion on second. Yeah, there was a penalty.
Okay, that's okay. I know, I remember it.
And then Tyreek Hill called it, and then the San Francisco challenge, and it got overturned.
That's what it was.
And then Patrick Mahomes the very next play threw an incomplete pass.
Because he dove for the ball and caught it, but it hit the ground. Okay, I got you now. Yeah, that was a big one. Because if they would have made that stop right there, that was a big one. I think they scored on that drive.
Yeah, they scored on that drive.
Travis Kelce. Yeah, that's when it started, I think.
And they put the score at 20-17.
Okay. Yeah, that was big because it was 3rd and 4th, 15 right after that challenge, and that was a big turning point for them, especially to get them back in the game because it was getting to the point if they kept running that, they could have just laid the time out, but
shit. Hey, low key, super happy for a bunch of people, even though they didn't get to play like that. I'm happy as hell for LaShawn McCoy. Happy for Andy Reid. Everybody keeps forgetting Terrell Suggs got picked up by the Chiefs.
I forgot he was on the team until after the damn in the press conference. He was up there talking to everybody. I forgot they picked him up.
I'm happy as hell he got picked up.
Because he was at one, like when he got cut, he was gonna force his way back to Baltimore. He was gonna refuse to sign with anybody and to get his way back on Baltimore. But I guess he was like, shit, they got a chance to win, so I'm gonna go with them.
He said he's gonna sign for less money next year and try to repeat if they'll take him just as a role player, not something.
Yeah, just a situational pass.
I'm happy for him.
Shit, if I'm him, I'm trying to go back to Baltimore, but I'm sure that ain't sour, but
not if he's asking to go back. I don't think so. If you get released from a team and you ask yourself to go back to that team, then
he was gonna try to force his way back, but they claimed him. I think they did that to keep him away, but it worked out for both parties, I guess, because they won.
I think it was a good game. It was what we expected it to be, at least.
Yeah, it was worth a watch. It was a good watch.
Low-key happy for my boy Jordan Matthews. Got picked up by the Chiefs after the Eagles cut him. I'm glad he got a ring.
Team?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
See, it's people on there you don't know about. Hey, man, he's transferred with a Super Bowl ring. I take the statistic.
He was solid that one year. He was out that whole time, and then y'all needed him and picked him up.
Solid for 2. Well, with that, yeah, but he's solid for 2 years. He just can't stay consistent. If they don't stay hurt, then they have no catch the ball. And it's always people but I'm kind of happy it happened the way it did. This is a little caveat. I'm happy our season went the way it did with receiver wise because that let people like Greg Ward show what they're capable of. Because apparently we're gonna sign him for a multi-year contract for dirt. It's gonna help us in the long run, give us more money to go, headhunt with people. So
you think they repeat or you take the field?
I'm field on that all day.
I think field because football is so it's a toss up every damn year.
It's so hard.
They got a good chance. While Mahomes is there and they got that core, they definitely got a chance. But with football, man, one injury will change a whole season. Yeah, you thought it was gonna change theirs with him getting hurt for them 5 games, but it turned out to not really matter. What you got, Tay? You think the field or you take Kansas City to repeat?
I'm taking the field.
Taking the
My
field.
team's still out there.
Ah, hell, Cowboy.
You know, I'm going straight Cowboys.
So what changes do y'all want to see throughout what teams? Like what teams should make
The
changes?
Eagles cleared out their entire physical training staff today, yesterday. So we got new people coming in, but that's damn 2 years too late, I think. Because I think honestly, God, our window is if we don't do it this year, I think it's closed.
Oh, okay.
Defensively,
Okay.
I think offensively we're getting better.
Yeah.
Defensively, I think
y'all
our
still
window.
young. Y'all can retool the receiver, quarterback, running backs.
It still ain't closed there. And I think
Yeah, because it'd be hard to replace Malcolm Jenkins, and then Fletcher Cox still he in his prime still. So
yeah, so Brandon Graham's on the tail end of his.
yeah, y'all got Vinny Curry back too, don't you?
Yeah, Barnett's playing pretty decent. I'll say this, I don't mind saying it. It depends on. I think the Cowboys are going to be a top 5 team next year. If they make the right moves all season, I think they have everything set up to do that. Do I think they will? No.
Yes.
Because of Jerry Jones. I don't see you making those moves. It's not something to do.
What about
They're
Dak?
getting franchise.
What's happening with Dak?
Franchise tag, and then they're going to give him a huge bag. I mean, he'll be the highest paid quarterback.
What's that mean? What's franchise tag mean for the people?
He gets paid at the top 5.
Yeah, you get top.
He averages out to the top 5.
Yeah.
I think it's like he'll end up making $27 million or something, some odd dollars next season, and then they plan on making him the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. But that's going to be like a temporary thing. I mean, you got people coming up like Mahomes, and then I'm sure when Jackson comes up, he'll be the highest paid quarterback. That's only going to be a carousel.
Yeah,
so I'm not knocking him, and I'm kind of happy he's forcing the market up a little higher because eventually that's going to force teams to raise the salary cap. They're not going to be able to afford players.
Right.
I mean, if you think about it. So I'm not knocking him for that, but it's going to damage the Cowboys organization at least for the next season.
It's a 1-year guaranteed
That's
contract,
all right,
pretty
bro.
much.
We're gonna re-sign Coop got it's like a transition tag or something they can put him on supposedly.
Yeah.
So I ain't
Talking about where you can only way somebody can get him if they give up a pick.
something like that.
Yeah, something.
So we're gonna get him back. That Brian Jones probably gone. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I seen something about them saying y'all should go after Bradbury from Charlotte.
He's straight.
Well, Kalani going to a contender wherever it is, guys. He already said that he ain't playing for no sorry ass team. So,
Are the Seahawks a contender? Would you consider them a contender?
as long as they got Russ, they're a contender. Yeah. They got to get better offensive line, but
They do.
as long as they got Russ,
They've never had a good offensive line. If you
Not
really
really.
think about it. The last time they had one was when Sean Alexander was there.
Oh yeah, shit, 10 over 10 years ago.
There's a couple of vets supposedly coming back. We were talking about Suggs said he was going to try to come back next season. Whitworth from the Rams. And Greg Olson's supposed to have a visit with the Seahawks this offseason. That's supposed to be the top contender for him.
Bro,
they
I think he needs to hang.
They ain't gonna break his foot.
He
Bro,
ain't
as soon
gonna
as
be
he
able to
step off the plane, he gonna break his damn
He ain't gonna be able to
foot.
walk after he done it. He just keep breaking his damn leg every year.
Bills on him
Hey,
too though.
If he can continue to play and he think he healthy enough, go do it. Shit.
I got that list up again. There's some people on here that they got. Like I said, Jadeveon Clowney's number 1. Bradbury's 2. Eli Apple's 3. They got Jamie Collins as 4. But that's the only one on this list that I'm having a hard time seeing. Then 5 is O.J. Humphries. 6 is Eric Ebron. This one is definitely Nelson Aguilar.
Quarterback.
Yeah. Nelson Aguilar is on that list, and then to round off that list is Robbie Anderson.
He probably be good for the Patriots.
That would be good.
The way they run with their tight ends. They trying to get O.J. Howard though.
That'd be a good fit.
I think I seen something Ebron going to the Panthers.
Yeah, I seen it. I seen Eric Ebron going to the Panthers. That's a rumor on here. Vic Beasley not re-signed. Well,
Yeah, they ain't bringing him
They
back.
ain't bringing him back.
I wonder if that's going to make any kind of,
I'm saying he had a good ass rookie season, and then after that he done tailed off a whole lot. So let's see. I guess football season over. XFL start Saturday.
I'm gonna give it a shot, like a legit shot.
Yeah,
I got that hunger for football that can't be satiated any other way.
Yeah,
know
it
what?
was
I
perfect. It
don't
was
even
perfect
give-
timing.
Fuck football. I want this shit to be over. Now, who is it? Still like some wrestling shit like Vince McMahon?
Well, like, all right,
Nah, it ain't that.
they got bought out by the IMG group. So the same people that own the WWE own the UFC, and it's like a conglomerate of like hundreds of celebrities and financial investors.
I know Andrew looked damn like
and then you got Disney who has their hand in it because Disney owns part of ESPN. ESPN got their contract with the UFC. It's a bunch of businesses tied into one thing. So it's they actually have more revenue to invest in it this time than they did back in the day when it was just the WWF at the time.
Yeah, but I know they sent an article saying that Vince McMahon is prepared to, like, he already know he gonna lose a lot of money. Like, I guess starting out.
So that's about it, bro.
Yeah.
Man, you be safe getting home.
Well, that's the podcast. We appreciate the listens. Hit us up on them socials to give us feedback or comments. Tell us what you think about the show. And until next time, y'all be safe and have a blessed one. Long live G. Drops Mike.